Hi, everybody. Um, I've tried growing garlic, and for whatever reason, I don't have that much success with it. This is garlic that I grew last year, and you can see I left it too long in the ground, but I needed to harvest it and for seed. And so this is, I believe, music is what it was given to me. And when I got these bulbs, they were massive. Some of the cloves were as big as my thumb, and you can see the comparison here. Um, and I went from that size clove to this in 1 year, and this is planting from like 3 years subsequent. So no matter what I do, I put compost in. I'm certified organic, so they really frown from adding fertilizers. So I could use phosphorus uh, as an additive during the growing season, but I choose not to. I don't know. Maybe that's my fault. But I'm really getting away from trying to grow things in a monocrop, whether it's organic or conventional. So what I'm going to try to do is give this a try. Now, this is virgin soil, basically. Okay. This is from, if any of you have watched the channel, I made a video called Line of Pines. I won't describe it all because you can watch that video if you want. But these pine trees have been here for many, many years. My dad and I planted them. And so this soil has been untouched. So it should be about as chock full of nutrients. And you can even see it's been extremely dry this year. It's probably only rained 3 times here in coastal Maine and we're actually in like drought conditions um, since July. And so even with that, saying that, you can see the organic matter here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plant this like I'm supposed to. Got all kinds of chips. I've got all kinds of sawdust that I'll bank around here. And then I'm going to use the stumps as a marker. And so I don't know if I'll maybe notch in here with something just to point down that I've picked in between these two roots or whatever. But the stumps are going to be marked, and probably the direction as well to where my crop is, and we'll see what happens. It can't get any worse than what I've done, and we'll see if maybe I can get something started here with regenerative. I've got some other ideas for tomatoes and cucumbers on how to do that. So let's get that started, and I'll just set up the tripod, which you probably have seen as I pass the camera around. I want to show you the power of organic material, and you see how dry that is, right? Come and check this out. So these are some wood chips that I chipped up last summer, so over a year ago, and they've been sitting in a pile, and trying to find somewhere there's like a dry spot, but there really isn't any dry area to show you to compare. In this is cool and wet, and as I said, it hasn't rained in hardly in 3 months. Okay, and you're going to be able to see this a little bit better because there is some dry parts into it. This is when I rented the sawmill in May, when it was extremely wet. It rained almost nonstop during that period. And so this stuff got piled up wet, and it has stayed wet all summer long. And so this is the power of organic material. Um, it helps retain moisture, and as it breaks down, it releases those nutrients into the soil. So I wanted to show you that. And I'm probably only going to be able to get this one area planted, and I wanted to show it from start to finish. Please leave comments if you'd like to see what the harvest looks like, see how it comes. And it's starting to get down into like hard pan and questionable soil. So I'm going to put a little bit of sawdust in here. And I'm going to pick some of these ones that are sprouted, because in case I don't get back to this really soon and finish all of these within the next few days, then at least I'll get the ones that are more advanced. So I'm hoping by the amount of organic matter that I put on top that I'll get what I need for weed suppression, because I'm not going to try to put any kind of fabric barrier or anything on this at all. I'm just going to hope that the organic material will help me with that. All right, so let's get I'm going to do the wood chips first. And the only reason I'm picking wood chips first is that would tend to blend in as time goes on next summer. And I want to kind of have multiple ways of not losing this. Garlic coming up is pretty obvious. There. So that's what I'm going to do. There's one of them done, one spot done. I'm just going to continue to do this, but I think you've got an idea of what the process is, what my goals are, regenerative farming, regenerative agriculture. Okay, so I only showed you that one, but I did several of these plantings, and besides the sawdust shavings to cover as an identification, I placed some bricks in an arrow formation on each of the stumps, pointing to where the plantings are. And that stump I was able to get a couple in between the roots. And I finished up over here today. And I had to take, I chose to take that stump out. It kind of really needed to go anyway because it was higher than the rest. So I probably, even though I mentioned not fertilizing, I may add some phosphate in the form of either rock phosphate or green sand to help with bulb growth. And the other thing, I probably will do another video this coming summer, so in 2026, on how this does. Please leave a comment in the comment section if you would like to see that, and if you're curious about how things can be done in a regenerative manner. I have other plans for other crops similarly to what I'm doing here with this garlic. So please do that, leave a comment, and I would also really appreciate a like on the video if you liked it, and also consider subscribing. It really helps. I do not sell anything. You will never hear me sell anything on YouTube. That's not my thing. I'm here to show people what I do, and I hope you found this interesting, and thank you for watching.